Hey everyone, it's Adam Cooper from the Goalie channel. Welcome back to a review of my new CCM pads. It's been a while since I was on the channel, and I want to thank you all for continuing to be subscribers, and I apologize that it's taken me so long to get back into the swing of things. Life's busy with career, with buying a new home, with kids, with dogs, and other distractions through COVID, etc. But certainly, I miss not doing these videos. I miss not connecting with many of you, but I will try to jump back into the swing of things. I've got lots of different new products and items that I bought over the last year and a bit that I've definitely got to share with all of you going forward. So this is hot off the press. I just picked these up today and want to walk through these pads and why I got them. So first off, for those that are not aware, I've got a collaboration with fashion site Salvador Franco. So if you are interested in updating your athletic and fashionable attire to something that's a little bit more trendy for going out and just looking good, I highly recommend going to www.salvadorfranco.com. For all my Goalies subscribers, you can use my special code GoaliesR35, and that will give you 25% off your purchase. And for those that order at least $75 worth of items, you get free shipping. So check it out. All right, so why did I end up picking up these new pads when I've got a perfectly great set of Brian's optics? In fact, those Brian's optics have been phenomenal, and I absolutely love them and wouldn't want to trade them in. But when you're offered a sweet deal for $300-400 for a new set of pads, like, why not give them a shot? So Just Hockey here tried an awesome sweet sale that I couldn't resist, and so I picked up these pads today. So let's see. So first of all, these pads are the CCM P2.5, so the Premier 2.5 senior pad. These are not a pro pad, and one of the reasons I got these particular pads was one, I really like having pads that are a little bit stiffer, that offer a better rebound. The optics I had were a flex core, so operated more like a hybrid style pad, but they still had foams in them that offered some really good rebounds that I like, just popping off the pad. So that was why I went with these versus going with an E-Flex pad instead of going with these Premier pads. Secondly, for those that don't know, the P2.5s, they came out in 2018. So these pads are new, but they're not. They were designed quite a while ago. And the nice thing though is, if I'm comparing apples to apples, those optics came out in, I bought those in 2018 as well. So we're comparing pads of the same generation, which is good. The other thing is, if we look at these pads, these are the Chicago Blackhawk style pads with their colors. And let's have a look see here. Some of the other features on this pad are that it's got a pretty flexible boot. Excuse me. See here. The thigh rise on this is pretty stiff. So you can see the brake. It's braking, it's only got one brake right here at the knee, which is what I wanted, because I wanted this thigh rise to be stiffer and not break, where in the optics it tended to break about here. And so when you're getting pucks coming in, they would kind of bounce around a bit more with the optics I found. So I was looking for a pad with a little bit more of a stiffer thigh rise, and I thought these offered that. With this lumbar here on the outside, it also provides a little bit more stability for the pad and structure, so it's not going to torque as much. The optic pad only had a rise here that was about that big, so quite a bit different on that front. Minimal material here as it relates to colors and things like that, which I like. They had these in white for anybody that was looking for a similar pad, still in stock at Just Hockey here in Toronto. If we look at the sliding surface of these pads, they used the speed skin. I think they're still using it on quite a lot of their pads. From what I've heard, I've not used the speed skin. It's no comparison to the Opti slide on the optics. And maybe these will be slow as molasses when sliding versus the optics. That, you know what, based on the cost I bought these pads for, I'm willing to sacrifice that and check it out. That was one thing that sold me on the optics. The sliding, and still is, the sliding on those is exceptional, which I love. The other thing about these, even though it's got the speed skin, it does have this, maybe I'll show it this way, it does have this rounded roll here, which is softer material. So it's not fully flat like the optics or some of the other newer pads out there. So it'll be interesting to see how this operates versus the optic. From hockeyreviews.ca, I heard his review of these pads. He said that one of the things that he liked about these pads was that when pucks come in, they would get kind of stuck in this soft part to slow down and stop in here a bit better than some of those other pads out there. So that definitely fascinated me to see how that might operate. If we look at the rest of the component of the pad, one of the other things that I was really interested in from the technology that CCM offered was this strap here on the back of the pad. Obviously, the Vons, the Bauers, the Optics, and etc. all have these types of straps that are the stretchy Velcro straps, and that's to be expected now. But what happens when you are going down in butterfly is the power as you release your leg down pulls on these straps and gets pulled out, and some of that energy, I think this was what was happening on the optics, would release on these straps, and so some of the power that I was putting down to do the butterfly was being lost, and that's where this strap comes in. Once you get to a certain position where your straps are bulging out from doing that butterfly, this strap then kicks in as the last resort to enhance that power of the pad going down in butterfly. And CCM said that that strap enables you to come down and do the butterfly much faster with that strap harnessing that power. So it'll be really neat to kind of see if that really is the case or not. Who knows? So we'll see about that. The other thing is the Bauer has this strap here, this sort of plasticky kind of bootstrap. That might take a little bit longer to put on my skate. I found the Brian's pads with their bootstrap with the Velcro, easy peasy, you could do it really quick. These pads didn't come with this bungee toe tie. It's a, let's see here, it's a Nash pad rotator goalie toe tie system. Pretty basic. It looks a bit cheap, to be honest. I think I paid 17 or 18 bucks. Who knows how long these will last. I will eventually buy some monster toe ties. I love those. They're on my Brian's and they've held up tremendously. So we'll get those strapped on here eventually when these eventually fail. The other thing I will show, and I'll get one of the Brian's pads up here to compare it to, is you're probably curious about sizing and width on these. So these are a 35+1, and my Bryans are a 35+1.5. So there, you can just see in the picture there, it is about half an inch taller. So I would say the other interesting piece is when I measure the middle of the boot on the CCM is 11 inches, and on the Bryans, it's 10.5. So I wonder if that's going to have any impact, that half inch at the foot. The rest of the pad as I measured up was the exact same. So no changes there. Other than that, you know, one other thing, the weight. The weight of these things is super light. I don't know the exact weight of them, but one-handed, no problem. These ones, these are definitely more heavy. So maybe in movements, floating around the crease, might be improved on that front. But I don't know. That's something to think about. So that's it for these. I haven't worn these out. I'm going to wear these on Tuesday. Can't wait to test them out. So we'll hear a review down the road on how these are making out versus the optics. Who knows if these are going to be garbage or keepers. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. And if you have any comments or suggestions, please provide those in the comments below. If you have not subscribed to the Czar channel, hit that subscribe button now, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.